I'm Joe.
And I'm Taylor.
And I'm going to tell you.
What are you telling us, Joe?
All right, this one's a good one, I swear. All right.
We mean to swear. All of them are good ones. Please tell us that.
This one specifically.
Uh-oh.
You know why?
Tell me.
When you said last week, don't talk about houses and talk about, oh, crap. Sharpie's not a sponsor. Damn it. When you told us last week, not talk about houses and talk about videos that pertain to everyone, I said, what pertains to everyone better than this topic coming up right now?
You said I quit. I don't do this anymore. So
Yeah,
houses are nothing.
There's a lot of quitting me. I want to give up so much. But you guys keep inspiring me. You know why?
Because of our view count and our subscriber count.
Because of our subscriber count. I don't know who it is.
The two of you, we love you.
Well, we got another subscriber today. We're going to keep talking about this. Like every time, even if it's like hundreds or even thousands, we're going to say thank you to every individual who subscribed.
As we should. But what are you telling us, Joe? What pertains to everybody?
There's a minute on that topic of nothing. What's wrong with you? You?
Particularly?
Yes.
How much time do you have?
The number one thing that everyone asks me all the time is they say, Joe, where do I start? If I want to be successful, and if I want to make money, and if I want to have credit, and I want to do all the things that everyone else gets to do in life, if I want to buy a car, can I say it?
I'm not sure.
Own a home?
Oh, jeez.
Doesn't want anything in life. I start everyone at the same exact place. The same exact place every single time. And I say, this is what you need to do more than anything else to start. Have you guessed it yet?
Have a job?
I guess that's important. Let's just say you've got the job. Side hustle will be the next episode. Let's say you've got the job. Tracking your income and expense. And you're going to say that that is the most tedious and boring thing, or maybe you don't even want to look at it. Maybe you're afraid of it. Maybe it frightens you. Maybe that it creates some type of realization that you don't want to know in yourself yet.
Or maybe you thought about it. Maybe you never thought about it.
Maybe you just thought budgets and tracking and expense, or this the word budgets. It's gross, isn't it?
Number nerds.
Yeah, it's just it's budget. Like it feels like rules. It feels like someone's telling you something.
Nope.
But right now, the most important thing that you can do to start is tracking that income and expense. Starting with everything that you pay for, every bill that you have. Starting with the majors. We're going to go over it, and we're going to go over the common ones, and we're going to go over the ones that you're not tracking that you need to be. So we're going to start with everyone. What's the number one most expensive, everybody? Well, if you don't live at your parents' house, which a lot of you probably do, well, you can skip to question number two, point number two. But your rent, your car payment, and your insurance. Those are going to be the biggest ones for everyone, right? You're going to have the rent. It's going to be the most money taken out for everything every single month. You're going to have your cars, probably the number two thing taken out every single month, if you're not counting your utilities and everything as an encompassing whole. And then your insurance for your car. California, yeah, thanks, Obama. We have to have it. I don't know if he did anything about that, but we have to have insurance in California. So if you don't have to have that in other states, go ahead and check that one off the expense box. But the next ones you would want to put down are the utilities. All right. Gas, electric, cell phone. Nowadays, internet's probably more important than everything, right?
Yes.
At least fast internet, things
Yes.
like that. And then the lesser known ones, the ones that you don't think about. The ones I always tell people that they have to include on the list as well in their budget.
Food?
He's giving me the look like, what is those things?
I don't know.
The next one, he's taken the classes before. Food and gas. Gas, there is a set expense for gas. There's an expense of you commuting to work. There's an average distance that you drive to go for entertainment. And there's an average distance you drive to go to your friend's or relative's house. So the gas expense needs to be included as well. You need to know how much you're spending on everything that you spend on average. If you don't know, track it for a month, find out what it is, and then determine if that's the normal behavior or if you maybe did some excess spending that you shouldn't spend. But start tracking to get an idea of what your total amount of money is that you spend and what your budget is. So the food, this one can be as much or more than rent. I know for me, for sure.
Yes.
For Taylor too.
Yes.
It can be just massive. Like I've seen food budgets go to like 1,200. And believe me, if you don't believe me, track it and see how much you could spend on fast food, going out to eat, just Starbucks, just different things every day. Yes, Starbucks, that's included in the food budget. It's all in there, everything, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to add it all in and make sure. And then the other one where people get carried away is the entertainment budget. And why I'm saying all this is because the amount of money that you're not spending on your rent, your car, your insurance, your gas, cell phone, all of that extra money every single month, that's what you're spending on your food and entertainment. Because what else are you spending it on? I looked at your budget. You don't have any other bills. So where's the money going? Did you put $500 mysteriously in savings? Yeah, that answer is always no. Nope. Yeah, because what are people saving for, right? Who cares, right? So you don't put the money into savings. Then the money is going exactly there. It's going to expensive meals, out to eat. It's going to trips or events, things that you want to do. Video games.
Don't look at me.
Looking in your direction over there.
Look at me. How dare you?
But the biggest problem with the budget is no one's putting any money aside for savings or for expenses that are coming. And expenses that are coming, I hear this all the time from people. They always go, well, I didn't know I was going to have a flat tire. I didn't know I was going to have a car repair. Or I didn't know I was going to have that fixed for my car.
Those are pre-planned. Do you know that?
Well, yes, you do know that things happen to cars. You do know that maintenance happens. You do know that repairs are needed. And you do know that things go on. But what people have a problem with is the unknown known. Yes, to quote,
unknown known.
It was a book by one of those Bush guys.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those
Bush people.
I'll tip my tongue. Something about a war and war criminal, something like that. Anyways, but the unknown known in this context is not referencing Donald Rumsfeld. That's his name. It's a book.
Bush boy.
It's a book that he wrote. He's
okay.
Bush. Yeah. So the unknown knowns. You do know what they are, but people like to pretend that the unknown knowns are not going to happen. They don't exist. You know you're going to have to pay for them. It's just you don't know the date in which you pay for them, like rent or like bills or utilities, things like that, but you have to pay for them. Therefore, you have to budget for those things possibly happening. So let's just say you don't have to plan for 20 flat tires in a year, but you should plan for at least one. You should plan for emergencies, things that may come up, co-pays for a car accident, maybe co-pays for medical expenses, maybe lending a friend money if the friend asks you once or twice a year. These are all things that you need to include in your budget because they're real things that happen to you. And this is the way that finances and expenses cripple you. And this is what creates a cash crunch. Because what happens is if you don't put money away for the unknown knowns or the expenses that come up, they will come up. And at the end of the month, you're going to look around and go, I spent $1,500 this month on food. Therefore, I'm out of money. And I have 10 more days till the end of the month. And I can't pay for my car to get fixed. So what happens? Well, you either have to borrow money, put on a credit card, or even worst case scenario, you can't get to work, so you miss work to get it done. All those things cost you more money. They cost you more money. It costs you more money to not plan things out. Not planning things is a single best way to lose money. So let's just say in the morning, you don't have a coffee before you leave and you go to Starbucks. Cha-ching. You don't pack your lunch and you're hungry and then your lunch break comes. Cha-ching. More money, right? You didn't have dinner plans or didn't make dinner plans with yourself, significant other, or family member, and you're hungry on the way home. Ching, more money.
Yes.
Friday night, you're bored. You didn't plan on, I don't know, a movie, a brisk walk in the sunset, going to the beach and watching those waves crash, or say you don't have a beach, watching the old tire fire at the local gas station, whatever. The problem is the planning. You don't have the planning, you spend extra money. And you don't have to have it all planned. Your life doesn't have to be a big, boring planner of every activity you've ever done in your entire week or monthly schedule. You just have to plan part of it, some of it, 50% of it. at least if you're planning the parts that you can plan, you can budget for those parts and you can take care of your expenses and save money. For example, to save money, instead of I don't eat breakfast and I don't have a big breakfast in the morning, so I have like a nutrition bar or something like that in the morning just to get something in my stomach so I'm not starving for lunchtime. And then when lunchtime hits, I'm not spending money on whatever fast food comes to my mind because I just need to get it into my body because I'm feeling sick or have to just do something. Now, I know an expert meal planner in this room right now that you guys have the privilege of listening to, is Taylor.
Hi.
Taylor, what are some of the meals that you plan in order to save money on your lunch expense?
I prep chicken on Sundays throughout the week. Easy to do. If I get Costco, the big pieces of chicken, you make them, you cut them in half, and then that's like 8 meals, what have you, throughout the week.
Sounds good
lunch,
too.
That's lunch and dinner. You buy some Tupperware at the market or 9 cent store or whatever. You throw in some. Same thing with vegetables. Those steamable vegetables. You buy those for like $1 or $2.
Oh yeah, those are good.
You buy $1 or $2. You steam them up. You steam them that night before. You cut them in half. You make 2 meals, so you have lunch and dinner. Same thing with rice. They have the boil in the bag rices, the brown rice and white rice. You boil them for about 10 minutes, or put in the microwave for 10 minutes. You cut it in half. There's 2 meals right there. Just all.
And how much are you spending on that in relation to what you spend on fast food?
A bag of chicken for $20 with, I'd say, 10, 12 pieces cut in half is 24. So 24 that's 2 weeks roughly of food. That's $20. The boil in the bag rice I get is 4 bags cut in half. It's eight separate meals. That's like $3 or $4. And the steamable bags are about $1 or $2 depending on where you buy them from.
So you're looking at like $6 or so per meal that you have.
Yeah,
roughly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you went to fast food and got your basic meal with, burger, fries, first of all, it's unhealthy.
Yes.
And the next thing is, how much would you spend on that? I mean, I've been going to Jack in the Box lately, and they should come out to like $11 or $12. Like to get a decent combo at Carl's Jr. these days. Gee, what are you spending on that thing?
Well, today I actually went and checked because I wanted a salad from across the street for my job, and one salad was $11.
Oh man,
That's one salad.
I would just freak out. Like if there was
one salad was $11. In the morning, I used to get breakfast burritos, but I realized that those are a breakfast burrito by himself, $8.
Yeah,
for a breakfast burrito. So if I were to get a salad and a breakfast burrito, it's $20. That's what I spent on chicken for the.
So let's just say that you were buying these $10 meals.
Yes.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
$30 a day.
So you spend $30 a day, and then you have 30. What's 30 times 5?
150.
So 150, right? And that's just the weekdays, right? So 150 times 5, say 4.5 weeks in a month. So you have like $725 that you're sitting there spending a month, and that is just if you ate at those times for those meals, and we're not including Starbucks, snacks, treats,
anything on the weekend.
Anything on the weekend, and we're not including any dinner with yourself and a significant other. We're not including any of that stuff. We're talking about just basically feeding yourself fast food. So when you sit there and talk about where's my money going, it's a great place to look. A great place to start. Could be on a lot of crap. And the thing that you don't understand is the most important thing about budgeting and finance and investing, things like that, is paying yourself first. And a lot of people, instead of paying themselves, their concept of paying themselves is, I should pay my stomach because I'm hungry right now. Well, it leads to all sorts of problems. Budgeting problems, weight gain, diabetes, all kinds of stuff. But budgeting actually leads you to a healthier lifestyle. And you can sit there and you can budget and you can do it right and you can save money and you can be healthier because things are going to happen and you're going to need money. And if you're not putting money away, it causes you to spend more on random events. And spending more on random events causes you to just waste more money. And why do we need more money? Because I get this, people say this all the time. They say, well, I want to buy a, sorry, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. Say, I want to buy a house, something like that, but I can never save the amount of money for a down payment. How on earth could I ever save that money? Well, if you, let's just say, saved $100 a month, right?
Yes.
Let's make it easy. Let's make super easy math, okay? let's say $100 a month, but 2 months out of the year, you just didn't save the $100 a month. You had an emergency, whatever, right? So let's just say you're able to save $1,000 a year, right? And then over 5 years, life will go on. I mean, 5 years isn't that long a time. It's time from 18 and 23. That's the time from 23 to 28. I mean, it'll go by just with life events. So sitting there saving the money, you'll have enough after 5 years for a significant chunk or a portion of down payment for most homes you would buy, not New York, California, or parts of Florida now, but for most homes you'd buy in the central United States, Texas and Louisiana, Colorado.
Flyover states.
Yeah. Well, I know. They say flyover states, but it's really funny because I'm in the flyover states, and they're a lot nicer than some places I've seen over here, and a lot nicer than places I've seen in Arizona, for sure. So, like, I went to Mississippi. The place gets a bad rep. Hey, at least it's green. I'd rather look at that every day than the barren rock of an Arizona desert. Sorry, Arizona fans. I'm sure you guys got cool pools or something like that out there. But my God, is it hot in the summer?
Yes.
But that's regular maintenance. That's you tracking income and expenses. And that is the first way to start to becoming successful with your overall finances.
One thing you didn't mention is first find out also how much you're going to pull in a month. How much you pull in a month?
Oh, God. The biggest question of all. He does this every time. See, I want to end this.
No,
whatever.
You forgot it.
Most important thing. We'll put a cliff note to watch it all the way to the end of this video. Taylor brings it up because I do yell about this all the time. I should do my own video on this, but see what your after-tax money is. Your after-tax money. You can go to Paycheck Guru. It's an app on your phone. It'll tell you. You can plug in your state, your dependents, whatever. You can go Google it, Paycheck City, and they'll give you calculators. See what your after-tax money is, the actual amount of money. Or you say you don't want to Google, you're too lazy to Google. Look at your check. See what your check gets you. If the amount of hours you're guaranteed to work every single month, see what your check gets you. Take that and see what your after-tax money is every single month. Set your budget according to that. And guess what? If you don't make enough money, then you need to pay attention to the following video because we're going to talk about side hustles.
Hey now.
Yeah, that's a plug. I'm going to get that next one going. So, future video, guys out there, everybody, people.
You mean next Monday?
Next Monday, I'm going to do one on after-tax money. This is going to change your life.
Oh, no, I thought you meant hustling.
Next Monday's hustling.
Yeah.
After that, after-tax money, that is going to just ruin you. You're going to be so upset when we talk about after-tax money. It's going to just blow that mind over there. Sharpie, not a sponsor still. I'm Joe.
What'd you do?
I'm Joe, and that's
Taylor.
And I just told you.
Did we tell you it's Friday?
Yes, it's Friday show.